Hi there, I'm Dan.
I'm Mike.
We play in a band called The Drones from Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so we're here quite unexpectedly. We got told that we were coming along on the Neil Young and Crazy Horse tour about a week and a half ago, after playing with him in New South Wales last week. We got suddenly added on to 5 extra shows, which was a bit of a dream come true. And the band have wanted to play here for a long time, but we didn't think that it would be so sudden and under such circumstances. But it's really good to be here.
And in front of 10,000 people.
In front of 10,000 people, just for your first show in Auckland. I guess this was supposed to be a bit of a break for us before our album tour started. We've just released a record. We were going to go on the road over in Australia in April, and this month was meant to be a fairly quiet month. This guy was supposed to be in England. I was supposed to be back in Melbourne, but we're here, and it's
Wonderful.
It's fantastic. I see what you mean. It's difficult. So yeah, we're here, and hopefully this isn't the last time we come for a little while. I mean, we'd like to come back as soon as possible, really. And now that we are here, we can hopefully win a few thousand people over tonight.
So you just finished making an album?
We've just finished making an album, and it was released in Australia 3 weeks ago. At the moment, we don't have anybody putting it out over here in NZ, but we'd love that to change, and we'd love to come back. But we've just taken a long break over. Well, it's been 5 years between albums. We put a live thing out in the meantime, and Gareth and Mike have put albums out in the meantime as well. But 5 years since records, and it's all begun rather kind of begun with a bang, you know.
Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of strange that we've never played here before. Considering that it's closer than going to Perth, and from what I can gather, the band, people kind of have heard of the band, you know, from talking to people at shows that I've done here before, solo shows and stuff like that. So I think there's certainly, I don't know, I'd like to hope that we can get the record out over here and people would be interested in it. And of course, playing these shows is a great opportunity to follow that up pretty quickly and come back again and hit it while it's still hot, so to speak, you know. So yeah, we'll certainly be looking at getting the new record out over here.
Yeah, we curated the All Tomorrow's Parties Festival that just happened in Australia, co-curated with ATP. We spent about a year working on that, trying to get that lineup together. We had all kinds of issues. You know, curating isn't as easy as it sounds. Making sure that people are available, the people you like, people you want are actually able to come to the other side of the planet at a given weekend. I remember we used to think what it would be like. And
yeah, on paper it sounds like your dream gig, you know.
Yeah.
I think people think that we literally sat down and made a list of bands and handed it in and there was the festival. It's not quite as easy as that, you know, and there's budget restraints and things like that, of course, as there is with anything. So there was lots of little hurdles to overcome. But that said, it's still an amazing thing to get to do, you know. And there were certain moments over the weekend where, and even at some of the bigger bands were doing side shows in Melbourne and stuff like that we went and saw, and there was definitely moments where I was thinking, wow, you know, we did this, you know, not in a cocky way at all, just look what happened. It's fantastic. It was a really nice thing to get to do, and an honour to be asked.
But it was interesting that some of the reasons why people couldn't come were very varied, and they'd go from the kind of financially based to, I remember we wanted Tamani Diabate to play for Mali, and he got back to us saying, he said yes, and then he got back to us saying, his manager said, Tamani can't do the festival now, and we were like, man, you said yes.
Yeah.
And you open up the paper 2 days later, Mali's been invaded by the Mujahideen. Okay, that's a good excuse.
Oh, fine then.
Thankfully, the Mujahideen have left
Now,
Mali.
what's your excuse?
Yeah. All right, you've been watching Cheese on Toast with the drones, and hopefully we'll see you really soon. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.